Good morning, this is Ryan Mallory for Shareplanner.com. Today is November 2nd, 2010. Did a couple of trades this morning. Nothing too encouraging or exciting. Both of them were losers, but there's definitely something to dissect here, and let's go over and see what we can learn from these two particular trades. So we'll start with the second trade here, NTRI Nutrisystem. Setting up very nicely. This was the play here. If it broke 2045, you'd want to get in at around 2046 with a buy stop. I did that. We looked like, around 10:07 we got the trigger, got in, and it pretty much just waffled back and forth for a while, and then we get this silly candle here that goes all the way down to 2025 on the heels of a little bit of a market sell-off of a couple of points on the S&P. But this to me seemed pretty extreme, but Nutrisystem is very capable of doing that when you're trading, especially on an intraday basis with a lot of news that's hyping up the stock price. So I got knocked out at 2041. I had a pretty tight stop loss at this point, and yeah, basically from there on after, the stock ran without me. You always hate seeing that. It's a little bit frustrating, to say the least, but that happens in these markets, and you got to put up with it. So as far as how I managed the trade, I can't think of how I would have managed it any differently per se. Even if I would have had a looser stop loss, it would have been more at 2025, and then that would have triggered my my sell stop to the at 2025. So I actually got out probably the best where I could have, considering how I trade these types of stocks. So I really can't beat myself up too much on this particular one. The other one, MPEL, this one was quite the hit here. Let's zoom out a little bit. So I was playing this morning highs, and I probably sometimes I get into these stocks sometimes a little early, and I see this morning sell-off, and then it comes right back up a few minutes later and breaks through the highs, and I'm ready and gung-ho to go long in it. I do that at 7:06. My fill was horrible. It was like 7:08, or actually 7:07. So I had a 1.1 cent slip. And I had an opportunity here to take some profits off the table at 7:13. Boy, I wish I would have, but once again, this market, I had my hand on the trigger and everything, but it moved so fast, it was very difficult to really book any gains in this particular stock. I mean, this is a 1 minute chart, and you can already see how within 1 minute it goes from 702 down to $7, back up to 713. So I got 2% swing in less than a minute, and then it closes back down at 704. So by the time I was getting ready to put a market order in to sell, when it hit those 713 levels, this sucker was already back down to 701. So I held off on that. But we ended up getting here is another nasty sell-off candle, and this is where I ended up getting out at about 696, and that was actually 697, and the stock continued to do pretty poor thereafter. So once again, it was another good stock that looked good initially. My only critique of this is that I probably should be a little bit more patient on these types of plays, especially when it's showing so much volatility, going from an open of around $7 all the way down to $6, back up to 707. So I need to be a little bit more patient with these. I realize that. So going forward, you can be assured that I'll be doing that. So alright, that's going to wrap it up for these day trades here. Tomorrow, let's hope we can catch some momentum here on some more earnings plays, and we'll see what happens. Take care now.